It's time for the Indigo disc. No further explanation needed. At the entrance of Naranja Academy, I meet Serrano, director of the Blueberry Academy located in the Unova region. I traveled there as an exchange student, and this whole experience has made me think, how is this guy a director? A role of such responsibility placed on this guy doesn't give me high hopes for Blueberry Academy, but that is short-lived as I meet Lacey, a second-year student who helps me acclimate to Blueberry Academy, having a battle with me and even taking a class with me. Maybe this is gonna be a positive experience. Surely nothing or no one has turned evil. I head to the Central Plaza to reunite with Carmine and meet Amaris for the first time. Man, you is trash, bozo. You can't even raise Pokemon like me, bro. I'm the GOAT, BBL champions, bozo. Kieran is noticeably different, but I digress. I'm sure that's just his way of being competitive. Right. This guy named Drayton shows up and he seems pretty cool. Lets me join the Brazilian Blueberry League, but that's not entirely up to him. See, since I'm an exchange student, it is pretty much against the rules for me to join the BBL. However, a quick vote from the BBL Elite Four and Champion grants us access to compete in the league. I even get to skip a few stages because I assume they either know I'm the Paldean Champion, stopped a bully warfare, saved a sick dog, defeated artificial intelligence, or they know of my exploits in Kitakami. All of those achievements definitely warrant some form of liberty. Man, I do not plan to lose. Get this kid some therapy, my goodness. Well, it's time to excommunicate some Elite Four members. I begin with Crispin. His trial consists of making an incredibly spicy sandwich, which is incredibly tame. Has he tried this before? I thought so. Here we are against Crispin. Now I think this will be fairly easy because he is a fire-type specialist. I have a Quaquaval and Clodsire on my team, so I think this should be pretty good. I'm going to lead with Clodsire and Kilowattrel for Earthquake so that Kilowattrel is also immune to it. But yeah, that depends on its lead. If he has Double Levitate, that's going to be unfortunate. Of course he has Double Levitate. And Kilowattrel goes down. That's oh my goodness, Clodsire, no. There's the terrestrialization. It's bound to come. Pure fire type Blaziken. Okay. And Dreadclaw. That is what +3 Dragon Dance Max Caliber can do to a Blaziken. And that was easy. Okay, and I think we have Quaquaval here, used acrobatics against the Executor, and it goes down as well. Okay, that was way easier than I thought it was gonna be. And yeah, that was pretty harsh, not gonna lie, with Kilowattrel and Clodsire both going down. I thought that was gonna be a tough battle, but we ended up getting carried by Baxcalibur and Quaquaval, as always in my Pokemon Scarlet playthrough. My next battle will take place against Amaris. She is depicted as quite a cold and robotic character, but I think she adds a lot to the dynamic of this Elite Four. I think that's the whole point, as this is a school-based Elite Four rather than the usual region-wide professional Elite Four. Her trial is a flying trial. Koraidon is given some steroids and takes flight. The flying controls are very confusing in my opinion. For some reason my fingers weren't able to learn the movement, so a lot of panicking was done, but my gamer skills pulled through as I completed it first try. Here we are taking on Amaris here. She is a steel type specialist, so I am going to be leading with my Cerulege and Quaquaval for the fire type and fighting type super effective damage respectively. I am over leveled just like I was with Crispin, but I hope I can get some quick knockouts because last time I wasn't able to, and if I get those quick knockouts I can knock the tempo in my favor, so that would be really nice. But Crispin was difficult, so I expect her to be difficult as well. She leads with her Duck Trio and Skarmory, And we have Cerulege and Quavo coming out. It goes for the Earthquake. I went for Sword Stance with my Cerulege here, and critical hit. Okay, that was pretty dumb on my end. Thinking Cerulege could hit 2 hits was probably a bit of wishful thinking here, but it is what it is, I guess. We have Quavo take down the Dugtrio, so at least that's done, but Quavo will probably go down here to the Skarmory, which is bad. And it goes with the Wing Beat, and Quavo goes down. My lead has been obliterated here, but we have Clodsire and Kilowattrel taking the field. Hopefully some Earthquakes. It goes for Whirlwind on my Kilowattrel. I don't understand why. Oh, I get it. Because this thing has Stealth Rocks up, so it wants to chip damage every time you switch in. That's actually pretty clever, not gonna lie. You know what? Good job, Pokemon. This is a good designed battle. And she commits her Terastallization. I also committed my Terastallization, but you know what happened? It was bad. Max Caliber got forced out due to Whirlwind. Uniclus goes for Psychic, and yep, takes out the Kilowattrel. Kilowattrel did some good things, knocked out the Skarmory, which was stopping the Whirlwind threat, but Clodsire goes for Earthquake and takes down the Metagross. There we go. Metagross will go down. Clodsire, probably the MVP of this fight. Tinkaton will come in to finish out the Reuniclus, but there we go. And yeah, we defeat Amaris. We're gonna help out Kieran, you know, because we're the good guy, the protagonist of the story, if you will. But let's go. I guess time for a photo. What's this photo gonna look like? That's actually pretty funny. They gave her some character there. I mean, she already has good character in my opinion, but she's less robotic there. She tries to fit in, which is pretty funny, not gonna lie. Make sure you don't lose, Random, because it will soon be time for us to. I am set to battle somewhat of a more familiar face next, Lacey. Fun fact, if you didn't know, Lacey is Clay's daughter. I don't hate Clay or anything. In fact, I love the guy, but I definitely know his genetics was not carrying. Getting back on track, Lacey's trial is a quiz. Not falling for this, it's your eyes, Venonat. Not how bugs work at all, but apparently that's how you work. We'll be up against Lacey now. She is a Fairy type specialist. She has an Excadrill that is a Fairy Terror type, which is pretty cool. She leads with her Granbull and Whimsicott. I lead with my Cerulege and Tinkaton. Sword Stance set up for Cerulege here. And bang! Granbull goes down, 1 in KO. Okay, the Primarina is faster and Cerulege will go down, but you know, the Sword Stance was useful. We got some knockouts with that. Play Rough will take down the Primarina. Let's go. That's huge. She will commit her Terra type here, or Terra Orb here. The Excadrill will transform into a Fairy type, which is more useful than you think because we have Clodsire in the back. Oh, Ice Power. Okay. Whew. Look how injured my team is right now. I started off with a really good lead, knocking out like 3 over Pokemon, and this is what it's got to. And we will commit our Quaquaval Terastallization into a pure water type here. Quaquaval should be the fastest on the field because its whole thing is the fast duck, and no, Excadrill is faster. Terra Blast on the Kilowattrel, and Kilowattrel will go down. That is very unfortunate, but Quaquaval should retaliate with an Aqua Step, and let's see how to do. Alright, takes it down. We have Okirimi down, and with that we have beaten Lacey. Let's go. Alright, Lacey, Rain, did you see? Did you see our Pokemon battling out? Oh, it's almost too much. They were just too cute even for me. You're the cutest, Lacey. W Riz, W Riz. This is nope, wrong. We're talking about my Pokemon. That's L Riz, guys. I hope you guys learn from this. Don't take Riz lessons from me. That's L Riz right there. We don't do that. Nice picture, I guess, but we don't do that. My final Elite Four fight will be against Drayton, and his trial sucks. For context, his trial consists of catching new Pokemon and battling with them. You battle with 3 random NPCs before you challenge him. That already is tedious, but you do get the option to use your actual team to fight Drayton himself. Problem is, my controller has a severe case of stick drift, so when the prompt for switching your team showed up, I mistakenly clicked no, and well, you can predict what happens next. We lost. GG's in the chat. No dubs, only L's for this channel. Man. It is what it is. As you can probably already tell, this feels amazing. I have beaten Drayton and Stick Drift, so I think that's a pretty good accomplishment. We'll take a photo, we're best buds, but always challenge me with my main team, please. I constructed that team based on my favorites and strong Pokemon, both considered, so don't do that to me ever again.
You finally beat them all, huh? Took you long enough.
Our battle will be legendary!
Before challenging Kieran to a championship fight, Drayton lays down how he feels about Kieran, how his lust for improvement overshadowed his enjoyment of Pokemon battling. With this final match, I can only hope to neutralize this unhealthy persistence and help him become who he once was. But with that aside, at its core, this is a Pokemon battle. A test of skill and strategy, and only the best will emerge on top while the loser is forced to count his losses. Kept me waiting. I've worked so hard for a chance to show you what I can really do, random. I put everything into studying and making my Pokemon stronger. I crushed the Elite Four and became champion. And all of that hard work, all of it was just so that I could beat you right here, right now. I know I'm making the right choice. You'll understand that soon enough.
Wowzers, doesn't matter if the type matchups work out for you though, I'll still win. How do you like that? See how hard I've trained? Not like the kid you battled in Kitakami, huh? Even luck's chosen you over me. It's not fair. It's just not fair. Just go down already. How are you still standing after I've thrown everything I have at you? I don't need the old me anymore. I've changed and I'll show you I can change again. What? Huh?
Wait, he actually lost? Let's go, guys.
No. Why? This wasn't supposed to happen. No. 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 No.
Way to go, both of you. That was awesome.
Oh, honestly, Crispin, read the room, would you? Wait, Drayden.
Good match, you two. Too bad about the outcome, though, huh? Ex-champion.
I won't lose next time for sure. I'll win. Next time, I'll win.
I think the dialogue there said it how it is, and I think there's no point of me reiterating that. A school announcement is made calling myself, Carmine, Kieran, and Drayden to meet up with Miss Briar. We learn about Area Zero and are given permission to go there to find Terapagos. Drayden doesn't want to follow because, well, he's too lazy, and honestly, I feel him. I encounter a unique Pokemon with a different Tera type unlike anything I had seen before, the Stellar type. Upon reaching the bottom of the cavern in Area Zero, Kieran and Briar spot a disc-looking thing stuck in the crystal. They believe it to be Terapagos and Kieran tries to take it out. It was Terapagos, and without any second thought, Kieran takes his Master Ball to catch it and make it his. Upon Briar's request to see its power, I battle him. And he loses because Terapagos kinda sucks. But there's even more to it. Briar believes we can see Terapagos' true power once we terrestrialize it. Kieran does as told and all hell breaks loose. The power was too overwhelming that Terapagos shattered its Master Ball. Kieran hides away as me and Carmine are forced to take on the terrestrialized Terapagos. We did as much as we could, but Carmine couldn't hang on long enough. I couldn't do this on my own. I needed someone else, and to my surprise, Kieran steps up and battles Terapagos with us. After a long fought battle, Terapagos falls as I catch it, and I pretty much add another accolade to my long list of other achievements. Most importantly though, Kieran is able to accept who he is and strives to be better in a more healthier way. This game was amazing, man, despite its bugs and everything, and despite content being locked behind DLC. The characters were amazing. Kieran's story arc was really good from the teal mask all the way up until now. It's been really cool to see. And not only just him, all the characters like Namona, Arvin, Penny, Carmine, and himself. It's been a great experience, and now he's learning that he can be the best at everything, and he wants to be better, he wants to make things right, as you can see. And it's been great. The character dynamic has been wonderful. And there is one more DLC after this, which will bring all of the characters together for one final mission. So I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, that is the end of Pokemon Scarlet the Teal Mask. Not the Teal Mask, Pokemon Scarlet the Indigo Disc. So if you guys enjoyed that, please leave a like and subscribe. It would really mean a lot. And as always, see ya. Bye. Wait, you thought I was gonna leave you guys without doing this? Hell no, bruh. This is probably one of my favorite things to do in this DLC, which is bring Terapagos to this crystal lake in Kirakami, and you get to break time and bring Sada of the past back into this timeline for only a brief moment, because you get to ask her some questions and everything. But this is such a cool detail, honestly. We have Koraidon popping up because she is Koraidon's trainer, but she has yet to meet Koraidon in her own timeline. So it's honestly, like, whoever idea was it to put this in the game, like, kudos to you, man. This was so cool to like trigger and do. And it was like you didn't know if it was in the game. Is this if someone happened to have Terapagos and go to the Crystal Lake, this event would trigger, which is honestly super cool and it's a great way to expand the Pokemon Scarlet universe. I think they've done as much as they can to counter interact. How do I say this? But like you counter the negativity of the graphics in the game by giving us good characters and good stories and good Pokemon in general. But if this game had better graphics, this would have been the greatest Pokemon game of all time. Honestly speaking, I think this game was that good. Maybe add a little bit of voice acting, but I guess that's optional. But better graphics, voice acting, and this would have been the perfect Pokemon game in my opinion. And with that, yeah, I think this is what I feel or how I feel about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. We have Sada reflecting about how he doesn't spend time with Arvin, which is cool to see the other side because it's always Arvin going on about how his mom doesn't spend time with him. But it's actually nice to know that she also feels bad that she has to focus on her work. It's called the Kitakami's Crystal Pool, I just realized, and it's her turn to ask me some question. That Pokemon you have, the Winged King, I mean, Koraidon, tell me more about it. I found it on the ground, dead. Then I think I can tell her, but I don't know why she doesn't want to know. I mean, still either way, the book she recognizes or doesn't recognize the cover, and it's actually the copybook of what Briar gave us, and this is what I find what I find to be cool, by the way, because she gives us the Scarlet Book. If we do this, she gives us the Scarlet Book, and if you guys don't know, the Scarlet Book you can put in the time machine and it will activate the time machine, but that hasn't been implemented in the game yet. So I hope that maybe in the future DLC we can get that event and finally wrap up Pokemon Scarlet. Because I do know there's one more DLC, but that DLC doesn't tackle the situation I'm talking about. But if we get that, that would be cool. But I honestly don't know because Scarlet has, I think, outlived its lifespan in Pokemon. Because it's been out for like 2 years, right? With the main game, the DLCs, the third DLC that came out that no one really expected. I think the lifespan of this game has really come to a close, and when Pokemon Day arrives, we might get an announcement of the next Pokemon main series game, or we might get the new DLC for when we activate the time machine. I don't know, this is just all copium right now. But yeah, this has been an amazing experience, and I'm glad that I shared it with you guys.